Welcome to the Trading Lounge. I'd love to share with you the trades I made today on my journey to 100K, where I try to take this small account to $100,000 as a rookie day trader, primarily trading the Ross Cameron warrior trader style of trading. And at this point, I wouldn't say I'm new to that style at all. I've got quite a bit of experience, but I keep making the same mistakes. And last month was my worst month ever. So in the month of July, I'm really trying to focus in on what are my highest win rate, like win percentage trades, and looking at the data and really trying to restrict my trading for the month of July to some very, very specific things, and then grading that every day as I go. And so far for the month of July, we're not doing too bad. We have, let's see, up $49, so $50. These are just off 100 trade entries on every trade. I'm going to stick with that for the month of July. Again, I'll link that document down below that talks a little bit about the challenge. And this week we're up $79.22 with a win rate of 71.4%, and we're making more money on our winners than our losers. So that's, on average, that's a good start to the month. But again, last month was absolutely terrible. So going into today, after the no trade day yesterday, I was thinking to myself that if there was a stock that showed itself this morning, it would probably do really well. And this morning was pretty slow. And that happened. The stock was VRAX right here. It actually showed up initially with no news, but then a few seconds later, it showed up with news. It's currently up 217%. This was the stock, low float, had breaking news, right price range. This was the stock. Now, I, on the other hand, did not do a wonderful job trading this stock. I am down $169, which might come as a surprise to some and probably like, yeah, probably saw that coming to some others. But honestly, the way this stock was going, especially the first couple minutes, I feel like looking back, it should have been a slam dunk. Now, here's what we're going to do. We're just going to go over this real quick for anyone who wants to see, how much I lost today and like where I got in. I'll just do like where I got in initially, just do some general stuff here. But I'm going to go over the live archive of this trade. I haven't watched it yet. I have it pulled up. I haven't watched it yet. I know the emotions and the things that I was feeling, but we made all the mistakes here, all of them. Got in at wrong times, held too long. I made some good decisions actually, which we'll get to, at least in my own mind. And I overtraded, and this is going to be an absolute F right here when we're done with this thing. When I go to actually grade it, it's really unfortunate. But what a learning lesson. This has been so hard, so hard. So again, down $169. Now, when this stock initially popped up on the screen, it just looked so good. Comes up here. I wanted to get in there, didn't get in there. Comes up here. I wanted to get in. Actually, it pulls back right in here. My first entry was kind of in this zone right here, and actually a tiny bit late in this candle. And it proceeds to come down a little bit. Should have got out. Didn't get out. Held for an extra, I don't know, we'll call it 10 seconds. And then got out for a profit, but I made a mistake. And I got out too soon, so I only took a tiny profit. It's weird how the mind works. And we're going to go over that in the recap. And then I took another trade on it, I think in here as it tried to break the high, or somewhere in here, I can't remember exactly where, a couple of trades in here that didn't work out. So I took 3 trades initially in this zone, 2 for wins, 1 for a bigger loss because I held, and at that point I'm only down like $30 or something like that. And then I proceeded to just do some damage in here as I was trying to make some moves. I made a move right here. Right here as this candle looked like it was going to threaten the new high, the high of day. And it rejected off, and this was actually my longest hold. This was where I made some mistakes. I ended up getting out. Well, it's unfortunate. It's just kind of how it all works, but this was really hard. Then I took another trade like up in here somewhere that I should not have taken, mainly because I was already at my max loss, I think, at that point. But I didn't feel emotionally compromised, and I wanted to try to take another stab at it. So, look, let's go over the video replay of this trade. This is going to be extremely vulnerable, and I'm doing this for a couple reasons. One, for my own accountability. I made some glaring mistakes here, and in order for me to be a great trader, I have to figure some of these things out. And I've gotten some DMs that say I'm too hard on myself. I don't think I'm too hard on myself. I'm just letting you know, like, after I turn this video off and walk away, like, I'm all good. Like, I'm going to be with my kids and my family. I'm going to have a great day today. I'm going to go for a long walk, listen to a podcast, and do my other job as well. Like, we're good. Like, but I think in these scenarios, it's important for me to reflect, especially because I'm working so hard on what it is that I'm trying to become as a trader. I want to trade this style, and I know it's not for everyone. I'm not perfect at it, but I'm working at getting better. And really, there's going to be some things in here that I've been working on that didn't go in my favor. And I'm gonna talk to you about you. Hopefully, we can see, I don't know, light at the end of the tunnel by the time we're done with this thing. So let's go over the trade. I'm gonna pull the video up right now. We're going to walk through it. You're going to see it hit the scanner. I think it's already on the scanner. It's about to hit the scanner. We don't need to worry too much about the scanner side. And I kind of wish, now that I see how this works, I wish I wouldn't have had it on the scanner. Because one thing I'm going to show you, I'll show you over here, is that why isn't this, let me go click VRAX real quick and see if it will adjust. Well, I don't know what's happening with my charts right now, but they're just not syncing up properly. 1 minute, 10 second. It's just really, really weird. Green, blue. One sec here, guys. Let me get this going. There we go. Okay, now we're good. Now we're VRAX. Okay, so one thing we had to deal with was the 200. So the 200 was at 929. So we didn't have to deal with it early on. It was far enough away, right? 929 is, I mean, that's like, we'll just call it like 9 right in here. Let's do a line right in here somewhere. So like, we'll call it like, right in there. We had to deal with the 200 EMA right in there. And this thing goes up. We had this pullback right here, this rejection really right here, but it really kind of made this run up to here. And then it started getting, it's not super close to the 200, but it was there. And then that's where we started to see, and I'm thinking other traders were kind of thinking the same thing. It's pretty close to the 200, probably can't go too high over that 200, or it's going to be a level of resistance for a while until it breaks through. Eventually it breaks through. I ended up trying to get in right around in here. I actually traded it on my Webull account up here for a little bit of a profit, and we're going to get to that. So I got out of Lightspeed. I said, I'm done for the day in Lightspeed, jumped in Webull, made a trade right here, happy with that trade. The 200 EMA was a problem. Once it got over the 200 EMA, held over 950 and looked like it was going to hold, then we got this pump. Okay, so that's something I want to be aware of. This keeps happening, and I don't really know why. I'll have to figure that out later. So let's go over the trades right here. Okay, so first trade, I think I can do, can I draw on this? Yeah, great. Let me hit play, and then we'll pause. I'll try to skip around a little bit so we have a little bit of our sanity here. RDZN also was kind of climbing. That's why I clicked on this, but I shouldn't even have looked at it because the price was too low for me. And then right after this, I believe, yeah, VRAX is actually showing up on the scanner right here. It's starting to come up. I click on it. I look at the 200 EMA. I'm looking to see if it has news. There's no news at the moment, but the news pops up. And right now, there's enough volume to play the game here. I'm already, what is the relative volume here? Relative volume is, I think it's only, there's not enough relative volume yet from a relative volume standpoint, but from a standpoint of like my minimum criteria of 50K on a 1 minute candle, it fits it, but there's no news yet. It's starting to kind of climb up, and now I'm looking for an entry. And where I start, I can reset my charts, and then once I move my mouse right there, once I'm here, that means I'm clicking in my montage window just to make sure that it's selected, and I'm looking to make an entry at that point. So whenever you see my mouse there, I'm looking to make an entry. And right about, just looking at a couple things, and then right about here, I'm trying to find it. In just a second, we're going to get an alert that shows the news. We're going to let this run. Now, honestly, this is where I wanted to be in. I did not get in. And I just didn't get in. I wanted to be in over the top of that. So like I was thinking like 360 something. Didn't get in. It goes without me. Okay, now the news hits right there on my scanner. It's not on here yet. Or is it? No, it's not there yet. Didn't update on the news section yet. But it did update here on the chart, and then I just have to click it or update it. It probably updated at some point in time, but you can see like the three flames here. There is news. It just hasn't showed up on here yet for me for whatever reason. I'll have to go take a look at it. Is it there now? Is it there now? It is there now. Okay, I'll have to figure out what that was. Anyway, so, I mean, at this point, we should already be in. And I just missed it. So, the first issue was that I missed my entry. And now it's okay. I'm just going to look for another one. Let's just look for another one. No big deal. We'll let this play out. Let me do this. Let me just back up a little bit. Yeah. Okay. So it hits 541. It starts to pull back. And I decide, okay, if this 1 minute candle that's about to close can get over 541 and push 550, I'm going to get in for that break of 550. It happens right here. I thought it was going to happen, and I get in. I get in at 536. The stock jumps down to 521. At this point, I should already be out. And it's going to be a theme today, in my opinion. Because if it works, I can just re-enter, right? So ends up double topping here at this level instead of breaking through it. And that's the one downside to trying to get in a little early. You know, if it breaks through if it hits like 145, 148, it's probably going to break. It's probably at this point, it's probably going to go past 550. So here I'm down actually $16, $27. I should have already been out with a $10 loss. I'm holding and hoping. I'm not just hoping. There are things I'm seeing, and I'll show you in just a second here. And then it's going to climb back up. It's actually going to pass where my entry point. But what I'm kind of seeing is the momentum being okay right in here. It's not dropping down a ton. And I'm not seeing that on the chart. I'm actually looking here. And like we haven't dropped down very much from my entry, and it's kind of holding this level. And then so at this point, I am hoping. We're going to use hope a lot here. Hope is not a strategy. That this is gonna work. Well, we're down to 509. We're down $27. We should have been out of this trade a long time ago. And this is my issue. So I'm currently reading this book called Best Losers Win. And this has been a very eye-opening book. And so I'm not done with it yet. But coming into today, I was really trying to focus on understanding that every trade I get into is probably going to lose. I'm going to have a higher win rate than that. It's like 71%, 70-ish%. A holistic, I think since I started the challenge, probably like 70%, 65% back in June. From back in June. But the reality, if I think about it from a 50-50 standpoint, like most of my trades are probably going to be losing trades. And so I got to be ready. I'm expecting that and I want to get out. And it didn't work for my brain. I did not have it. I tried. I should have been out. Didn't get out here, right? 509, and then it pumps up right here, right there. I get out for a profit. And it does what I wanted to do. It just did it later than what I expected. But once it went over that threshold, it went. And this is where another mistake is made here, right? Because I don't know if it's a mistake, but I held too long. Instead of getting out when I should have got out, this is a domino effect. I take the profit as soon as I see profit. There's a couple things wrong with this. First of all, I should have already been out. I took the profit right away. Now I'm being rewarded for holding. Taking that profit sends a signal to my brain that I just got rewarded for holding the stock. And all that's doing is encouraging the behavior. And it actually played out throughout this entire dang move. And when I get to this point, like there was no reason for me to exit. You're going to see like that just kept going up. Like if I just move my stop loss up, it's just going to go up to like $6 here. I think you just kind of keep moving your stop loss up $6. Maybe take that profit at $6. It kind of stalls out here for a little bit under $6, and then goes above it. Like there was plenty of room here to make some cash. But I got to be honest with you, even if I'd taken all this profit, which I wish I would have, it would have just sent the wrong signal to my brain. It would have been rewarded me for that hold. That's where my mind is going to. Went all the way up to $7. This was such a fumbled entry. This should have been a slam dunk trade for me right here. I should have been done right in here. Like these first 3 minutes, in, out, boom. Hey guys, had a green day. See you tomorrow. No, that's not what happened. And then I'm going to kind of skip around just a little bit so I don't get stuck on where I got in. Okay, so then I get in right here. So it goes up to 747. It pulls back to $6, and there's this thing happening right here, right under $6. And I'm thinking to myself, hold on a sec, I got some kiddos right here. Yeah, You can come in. I'm on the camera real quick. You can come say hi real fast. All right, come here. Come here. You want to say hi in the microphone? Say hello.
Hi.
Okay.
Hello.
All right. Hey, bud. I'm almost done. What's your plan?
I have to grab I'm picking a toy to bring to camp.
You're picking a toy to bring to camp? Can you just pick one real quick and go?
Okay.
What do you have in your mind? What do you got? Picking a toy to go to camp.
Keep working on there.
Well, I can't keep working. I got to just let you get your toy and then. Yeah, are you good? You can pick a toy, then when you come out, you just shut the door behind you, okay? All right. So, anyway, I mean, so one of the rules for my July challenge, one of my entries, is consolidation underneath a half and whole dollar. This is exactly what this is. And so I enter right here. I enter at a little bit late. I wanted to be in a little earlier, but I get in under $6, and I'm anticipating this break. Now, what's it do? It goes down to 570. I mean, I just could not nail this today, and I didn't exit. Now, this one I actually did exit, but I mean, I think not super fast, but fast enough, I'm pretty sure. I mean, there, I got out. But, hey, Bodie, can you shut the door, bud?
I have to pick again because Mom said I can't have this.
Mom said you can't have that one? Okay, well, no big deal, but we'll try another one and keep rolling. And it just, this is brutal. So I get out. I should have got out sooner. And now I'm down. Let's see, I ended up getting in. Let's take a look here. One sec here. This next one is actually a winning trade. So at this point, I'm like, okay, I don't want to. I still feel really good about what I'm seeing right here. And like right here, like this all feels good to me. Sure, we have this big rejection, but we got some lower volume candles. And yeah, instead of getting in really early, I could have waited for the first candle to make a new high, which ends up playing out right here. 1 minute candle to make a new high. And so I just didn't get rewarded for trying some of these early shots, and I didn't get out fast enough when trying these early shots. And I'm being a little hard on myself, but I think it's important to reflect on that. I mean, the first trade, both of these I should have got out right away for 5 or 10 cent losses. And like if you look at it right now, instead of being down $33, I'd probably be down like $20 had I followed that rule. I mean, that's just the truth. And so, but I'm like, I'm going to stay with this. Like, I feel fine. I've made a couple errors, but like if it breaks over, if I can get another break over 6, I'm going to do it. So here we go. I think right here I get in at $6, but I was trying to get in at $5.95. And then it goes up and it stalls a little bit and I take a profit. So right there we have a profitable trade, 12 cents. Great. So we have one trade where we got in and we hung around too long and we're profitable. We have one trade where we got in and we didn't get out fast enough and we lost. And we have one trade where I think is a really good trade and something that I would prefer to do. Now, the only reason why I took that trade is because we have that consolidation underneath the whole dollar. Or I wouldn't have taken it because it's either that for me or it's testing the high of day at this point. That's what I have for July. Those are my entries. And I think some of these trades we're about to get to don't fit that criteria at all. So that was an okay trade, and let's move on to the next one. Let's remember where this one's at. One sec, we're just skipping ahead, 35.05. Okay, let me see, is this the one? Okay, this one was okay too. This one was, I'll back it up. Where do we take this other one? Oh, right here. Yeah, we took one right here where I bought it, 43. All right, so here, and then at this point, I'm like, okay, we've got similar stuff going on here. This kind of triple topish action. I like what I see. Let's see if we can get in for the break of 650. But we're still consolidating. That's the thing. So in my mind, I'm going to try to get in for the break of 650 on this next trade when I see some volume. There it is. The volume hits. The numbers kind of jump. I get in at 643. And I believe, yeah, I had a chance to take a 10-cent profit here. Hit 56. It hit 58. And then finally somewhere I get out right there when it stalls out, and I take a 1 cent win. But I had a chance to take a 10-cent profit. And you're going to see this again, where I'm expecting it to do more than it did. Like I I'm expecting it to go through 650 and continue up to like $7. But that's a mistake. As soon as it stalls out there, I got to take that profit. And I didn't. I saw it, didn't take it. And then, one second, I'm going to shut the door. Hey, I'm going to shut this door, guys. Okay. So, here we go. And then, let's see here. I think I took one right after this. 537, just kind of going through it. Yep. This next one was another little loss here. I bought it at 556. I was trying to do the same thing. It's going to bust through 550. I actually bought here. This candle, I think, starts to go green. This red candle starts to go green. Yeah, so it kind of taps above that, and I'm tempted to kind of buy in right there for what I'm thinking is going to be this moving up here. Man. So 656. I get in at 656. Is that a pending order? Oh, look at this. Oh, okay. I see. Why am I only buying 12 here? Bought 12? And I have a pending order. Ooh, this is bad. I didn't realize this. That's why we do the video live. And then it ends up buying it. Ugh. Brutal. Okay. Bought some, got partially filled. It dipped down. Then I get filled at the price. The rest of it gets filled. Is that what happened? Let's go. Let me go take a look at this. Here we bought. Oh, that's the other one. Sorry. I really want to watch this. I wish I would have been a little bit more prepared here. I bought at 656. Right here on this one, right? Okay, so 656, I submit that order. Interesting. Oh, I only got 12 shares. I got a partial fill on that order. Understood. And then it goes down to like 640. Like, dude, this is just not good, folks. This is not good. This is not good. I did see this. I'm watching here, but I didn't catch the 12 and the whole pending. And that's, wow, sick. And it fills it because it's there, right? So the stock jumps up, fills it. And then, let's see here. I got in at 56. It's just hanging there. I end up getting out for a loss. This is just not good. All right, so then I think the next one's the doozy. Let me take a look. 63, 61. No, this one's probably fine. Yeah, this one's me trying to do something else here. Let's see. It just tapped 822, comes down, and I'm trying to get in for what I think is going to be a pullback and a break through 750. Right now I'm sorry, a break back up to $8, and I'm realizing now some errors that I'm making here, right? So I'm in at 763. It doesn't move. I get out somewhere. Where are you? Right there. So we get out for basically break even, 2-cent loss, not a big deal. And then the only problem is all this is setting me up for this next trade that I'm about to make. And this was the doozy. And I'm not going to play the whole thing because I held on to this thing for quite some time. Bought 5. Is that right? Is this the one where I'm like, let me take a look here, guys. Let me actually look at Lightspeed real fast. So 543. No, this one was only a few seconds, but it took a loss on this one too. Brutal, man. Gosh, you guys, this is yikes. Okay. So why did I buy this at 7? I saw momentum there. Again, I'm trying to buy for this to come back up this way. I get in at 759, and it goes down to 730, goes right back down, rejects. I'm basically buying after this pullback. I'm buying the first 1 minute candle to make a new high on the 1 minute chart, and I just didn't do this well. This is just a not great trading. Got out for a loss. 10 looks like 20 cents there. Chance to get out way sooner. You see the theme here. This is why I'm being hard on myself. And we're doing this live-ish. I'm replaying this live so that you guys on YouTube can throw some darts. Like, we got to feel some pain here. This is painful for me. Now, this next trade is a doozy. Like, the theme here is we should not be in this. At this point, we're down $63. You know, I have a max loss on my account. Really, I want to probably stop here at $63, but that's not my max loss by any means. But we might want to think about closing it down. But at this point, emotionally, I'm fine. I'm just frustrated that I couldn't get some of these things to go my way. And maybe because they weren't great trades. Is this the one I bought? Yeah. All right. So this is the doozy. This is the one where I realize we're making some pretty big mistakes. I don't mind this entry. So here, this next candle pumps up, and I think it's going to break over $8. Like, this is going to be the one that pumps up this way. I get in for what I think is going to be the break of $8. And right here, it's going to pump up. You're going to see it pop. Just watch right in here. It's going to pop. The candle's going to pop. Pop, 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 pop. Right? And so I get in on that pop at 785, actually. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And right here, I had a chance to take a profit. I believe this goes up to, it goes up to 795, 797, touches nearly $8. We're not taking a profit. And this is actually reminiscent of my big loss. I'll try to remember to link that in this video last month, where on those losses, there was a chance for me to take a profit. I didn't take it because I was wanting the stock to do more. I wasn't taking what the market was giving me. I wanted this to break through $8, and it didn't. And so I just held it. And like we could have easily taken a 10 to 15 cent profit here and just walked. Instead, this is going to take me down quite a bit. Now, I won't play this whole thing, but this is going to come down, and it's going to keep going down. And I'm going to tell you, let's get to where I got out of this thing. We're out right there. Hold on, let me get back to where I got out. Right here. All right, 30 seconds. Okay, so there's a point in here where this wasn't it, but it's before this point where like right here, I'm down $68 on it. But there was a point where I was down $40. And I think to myself, like, I need to be out of this. I need to get out of this. Like, if I get out now, I'm only down $40 on this trade. And like, we live to fight another day, and like, we have this conversation, and we got out. I didn't get out. And I'm having the conversation with myself. The mental side of trading is interesting to me. I'm not like antsy. My heart rate's not up. I'm calm here. I'm not nervous. This is all, I mean, I don't know what to say. The emotional side of it starts from missing my initial entry on the first trade, knowing that I should have been out on most of those trades for losses and then just re-enter later, or they were just bad entries, probably just bad entries, really. Missing the initial move, missing my entry, and then after I got out, the stock went up. So it's like, then I'm fighting to try to squeeze what I can out of the stock. All this is horrible, by the way. If you're telling yourself this, you're wrong. Right? This is not good. And then in this moment, there's a point where I'm like, okay, on this trade, if I get out of this, I'm only down $40 on this trade. And like, because if this thing drops down like $1 real fast, I'm flushes, I'm going to be hurt, right? It's going to be painful. I didn't get out. I did not get out. And then right about here, I think to myself, something that I'm kind of learning in this book. If I hold on to this stock right now, I should already be out. If I hold on to this stock right now, and at some point, doesn't matter what, it drops down a little bit or whatever, it rallies and I make a profit. Yeah. I just sent a signal to my brain that is an okay thing to do. I cut it right away. As soon as I had that thought, I cut my loss. And it wouldn't matter what the price was. The thought came to my head, and I cut the loss. If I hold right here, when I should not be holding. I got in on this candle right here, and it dove down. Didn't dive down. I could have taken a profit. If I hold here, by the way, this stock went up to like $12 or whatever it was, so I would have been fine. But if I hold there, it's not a part of my plan. I send a signal to my brain that it's okay behavior to hold, and it's not okay. So I cut it. And my hope is that that thought process will start to shift my mindset. And I believe that it will. If I can think more in that way, like, hey, if I hold this and it goes back to the green, and that's what's happening leading up to this. I was holding stuff that turned green, and then there was a bunch of losses in there too, sending signals to my brain that it's okay to hold these stocks. I've got to reverse that. And I believe that if I can figure that out, if I can reverse that, sure, I could trade normal hours and have stop losses, but that's not going to solve the problem. Sure, I mean, that'd be a physical stop. It would probably solve a little bit, but not solve the mental side of it. Because I got to think about that on the other side as well. How to treat a winning trade. How to not be scared of losing profits and taking profits too fast to secure cash and letting them run a little bit. And be able to get more green out of that. And on when I'm losing, if I hold a stock and I hold it and it for the sake of holding it and it goes green, I just sent the wrong signal to my brain. We've got to flip that around a little bit. And I honestly believe that will be the key to my growth moving forward. I don't know. We'll see. I believe it. I believe that if I visualize this scenario where I get into a stock, first of all, my entries were not great on this. This was a horrible trade. But getting on a stock at $5.85 for the break of $6, and it immediately goes down underneath my entry point, I get out right away. Like if I'm just, and what the first thing people are going to say here is I don't have stop losses. I do have stop losses. I'm not respecting them. Really, for me, it's 10 cents. I don't want to, if I enter, I'm expecting the stock to go up right away. And when it doesn't, I just want to be out. And who cares if it's break even or you lose a little or you win a little? Like it's just on this platform, there's some fees associated, but who really cares? You just keep doing that until you get one that hits. Win rate comes down, but who cares, right? I'd rather have a 50% win rate and be making a lot more money on my green trades but getting out a lot on my losing trades. I think I'm onto something. It's just going to take a while to shift my mindset. Another thing is I think I'm going to probably have to switch off Lightspeed until I can figure this out because I can't afford to keep making these mistakes. Like I'm sure I might be learning along the way and we might get there. But if I don't get there soon enough, we're going to drain the account in fees alone. So, I mean, today we had, I don't know, was it 8 or 9 trades, whatever it was. And I mean, we're going to have another $12, $13, $14, $15 in fees, whatever the math is on this, on top of this. And we've just paid too much in fees while I've made too many of these mistakes. I'm not ready for Lightspeed yet. And I'm okay to admit that. And there's going to be quite a bit of like, I told you so's. And rightfully so. Rightfully so. Until I can stop making these kind of mistakes, I got to go back to the other platform. So I think the plan will be to take half of it or enough of it because you know how it all works. Like I won't be able to trade right away. So I'll take like just enough of this to be able to get back over to Charles Schwab. And then that'll take however many days it takes. I forget how that works. So I'll keep trading on Lightspeed a little bit until that clears. Then when it clears, I'll start trading on Charles Schwab again and move all the money off of Lightspeed. And then we're going to park Lightspeed. I love Lightspeed, but I'm going to have to park it until I'm a little bit further along. I'm okay, man. We'll admit the L. Big L. Anyway, I hope you guys are green out there. This should have been a really easy stock for me to win at today. And it just feels like I just overtraded it. Didn't get out when I should have. Had really bad entries. Just didn't have it. It was ugly. But I don't know, man. Hopefully it's like cocoon coming in the butterfly scenario, whatever that is. Now the video's an hour long. Love you guys. Have a great day. Cheers.